I'm here with my boy Corey. He's going to be doing a deck profile of his anti-meta. It's a really good deck, and I've seen him top at our locals multiple times, and it's just really stunning. So if you're one of those players that like a stun deck, I suggest picking this up or trying to. We'll get right into it.
It is pretty stunning, definitely. So I only use 3 monsters. Well, for this tournament I used 4, but that was a last minute decision. I mean, they're all huge in the deck. Turn this around.
I'm going to try to get him closer up here.
So 3 Fossil Dyna. I mean, he shuts down special summoning in this meta. That's the only thing they do really is special summon.
Yeah.
I mean, you shut that down, you're pretty good. The other major shutdown, 3 Thunder King Ryo. Shut down searching. It's a Colossus that's not banned. I mean, it's a great card all around, really. 1900 meter. It does have the other effect where you can negate 1 special summon with it, which is pretty decent.
How much does that come up for you?
For me, I don't actually go for that. I don't like to get rid of my monsters on board because that's really your biggest line of defense as well as offense. It just, other people use it. I mean, it's there if you need it. It's not your go-to.
Alright.
The other big star for the deck is 3 Inspector Boy. Really one of the best cards in the game. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects from anywhere, hand, field, or graveyard unless they control each different type of extra deck monster, and they only get 1 effect for each different monster.
Alright.
So I mean, really broken, 2000 attack. You want to start out with that card, otherwise you have to set it and wait a turn to be able to actually summon it.
Okay.
But otherwise, all around great card. For today, I decided to do this last minute, and this is the 4th monster. I usually only run it with the other 3 9 copies. But I mean, I saw it a couple times opening hand, and then I saw it every game and used it every game, whether I tributed it or actually got the classic Nibiru off or just baited out negates with Appaloosa.
Okay, have you ever gotten to a big token you couldn't get over, or was it just never came up?
No, it never really came up. I mean, being able to put it in defense mode, you just make sure you only... Like, if they have a bunch of monsters on board, sometimes you can wait for that 6th or 7th summon so that it's only 1 or 2 monsters that you're tributing to get the low stats. So, I mean, optional.
Okay.
Let's see, that's it for the monsters. So next is 3 Pot of Desires. There are no commons in here. Just ultras. 3 Pot of Desires. I actually really don't like it, just because I don't like 10 cards is a lot of cards to banish. And even though you run most things in here at 3, you'll still get rid of a lot of good stuff, especially if you use it more than once. But I mean, draw power is important, so it's there.
Have you ever used a Desire that just completely messed you up, or has it been pretty good?
It's been pretty okay. I almost banished 2 copies of my Heavy Storm Duster, which I really needed in the game. But I managed to not. It was like one of my last 4 cards in my deck that I had. Otherwise, you know, the only other time I usually banish both copies of Desires off first Desires.
Alright.
One time I drew Desires off Desires.
Oh, that's the worst.
I just didn't even use it because I only had 8 cards left in my deck anyway.
Wow.
Next is Demise, because Demise is just really good. I mean, straight up +2 at best. You don't ever use it really if you've already used your normal summon and you already have a monster in hand, because you're pretty much just dead drawing.
Yeah.
But I mean, great card, especially if you use it main phase 2, because you can do battle damage anyway, and you really don't special summon in the new Nibiru. Next, after that, is Moon Mirror Shield. You're always stronger than your opponent monster you're battling, and it's during damage calculation, so it lasts all through the damage calc. It's not at the beginning or at the end, so it always pretty much overcomes any attack modification. Unfortunately, with the effect of you have to pay the 500, your opponent can make you lose the game if you are at 500 life points. It's a new ruling we found out today. Other than that, it's a great all-around card. I mean, they have something big, they think you're not going to get over it. Monster Moon Mirror, you're going to get over it.
Yeah. 100 for the win.
Yep. Next, more draw power, Pot of Duality. If I was balling, those would probably be extravagances, and I'd probably have a full extra deck.
Yeah.
But for now, they're dualities because I like my choice at 3, honestly. choice of 1 out of 3 instead of just drawing 2. Doesn't really cost you anything because I mean you can still draw cards, and you don't special summon. So it's not
Yeah,
really a
so it's
cost
not
for
really
you.
a neg. You're just gonna plus with this deck.
Right, exactly. Next we got traps. So 3 Waking the Dragon. I mean, honestly, it just comes in so clutch all the time. Like every time I see it, like I know it's probably going to get used unless my opponent's just not destroying any of my back row.
Yeah.
And in which case I can just side it out. But I mean, honestly, Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon, you get to summon. You could summon a Fossil Dino from the deck just to really lock down your opponent on their turn.
Yeah.
But it just turns out really great. Next is Phantom Knight's Wing. So immediately your monster gains 500 attack permanently, and then it can't it can't be destroyed by battle or card effect the first time that turn.
Okay.
So basically, you got 1 free protection from card effect or battle. If you got multiple, you got a couple of protections. Next, after that, there can only be 1. Really, it's almost the best trap card in the game right now, just with the summoning restrictions around being able to summon over the monster they have already on the field, and then just locking them down to 1 type of monster.
How much?
Really solid, really good.
How much salt has poured from your opponents when you flip that?
A lot. Usually, if I open Fossil Dino, Moon Mirror, and then pass turn, flip there can only be 1. They just go next.
You ever had anybody just scoop on activation?
On first turn, yeah. Yeah, totally. 10%? Yeah, 10%. Next, full Solemn package as of before the ban list, because I haven't gotten 2 more warnings yet. Honestly, I would probably take out a strike or 2 for the 2 warnings.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of life points that could wind up having to not pay or not.
Yeah.
I mean, other than Judgment you can always use. I've won games at 75 life points.
Jeez.
I mean, it's just Judgment what you got of Judgment. I mean, it's worth it in the end. Last, just because it's a nice tech choice, Macrocosmos. And actually, sometimes I will move all this out of the way. Sometimes I will take out the Thunder Kings for Banisher of the Radiance, which is a monster Macrocosmos.
Yeah.
1600 attack. Seems to do pretty well, especially against Orcus. I mean, keeping everything banished from the Ghost of the Graveyard is just a really good help. And then just standard back row removal, Heavy Storm Duster. Helps out some.
Nice. All right, and do you have an extra deck?
Cards. I do actually have an extra deck, other than the Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon. But literally, I just threw them in there.
Yeah.
There's the Raid Raptor. And then 2 Naturia Beasts.
Oh, okay, that's pretty dirty.
Just for extra negates,
yeah.
just in case. Like I said, mostly with the Waking Dragon, you'll summon that, or depending on the situation, just because he's a low 22, it's usually more helpful just to get a Fossil Dino out, just to stop them from doing anything if it's fast enough. I mean, late game that probably comes more in handy, but I just never really used it.
Yes.
I just threw it in there.
How would you? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, that's fine. Go ahead and finish it up.
I do have a side deck.
Okay.
Oh, we missed 1 extra deck card. Catastrophe.
Oh yeah, another good one. Yeah.
Catastrophe's kind of good sometimes.
Oh yeah, especially in this kind of like stun deck, you get your stuff set up and it's hard to get over.
Yep. Mystic Mine.
Yeah.
Just for if you're not seeing the cards you need.
The upside down. Yeah. Okay.
It got used against me today because I didn't even bother to use it, and it totally ran me over. That was when I was trying to dig for my Heavy Storm Duster and only had 4 cards left in my deck.
Yeah.
Crazy great card.
Cool.
2 Thunderbird, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 3 Wave Motion, Terra, and Metaverse. These kind of all go together. So I can stall my opponent out and burn them if I'm not being able to.
So what does that spell do?
Wave Motion?
Yeah.
The classic Wave Motion. It during your main phase, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard. Inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent for each of your standby phases that has passed since the activation of this card. And what's good about that is even if they destroy it, if it's being sent to the graveyard, it inflicts the damage.
All right, cool.
So I mean, 1,000 every turn it passes.
All right, and how would you say, like, how hard would you say this deck is to pick up? Is it like pretty easy, or would it be like
I would say it's pretty easy. I mean,
pretty budget
almost
as well?
everything came in Dual Devastator.
So
you
it's
buy
pretty
3 Dual
budget?
Devastator, yeah.
Okay.
It's fairly budget friendly. A couple $100 will probably put it all together.
Alright.
Best I ever did with it was at the Las Vegas PPG. I did 5-3.
Nice. All right.
Too bad.
I also wanted to shout out his channel, Raw Yu-Gi-Oh. If you want to check it out, go ahead. He does pretty cool stuff, dual videos. But yeah, you have anything to say?
I hope everyone has a good night.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.